I cannot read that sign. It's written in some other language. Wait a minute. Can it be in Russian? Destroyed small wagons. They were used in the mine over there, I guess. They resemble the wagons that I saw in that cave I was in. A lever. Should I be surprised that it's rusty as well? That looks like an ancient locomotive. I didn't know they were still in use. Rotten barrels all over the place. This place isn't properly paved, and the mud is starting to penetrate my shoes. It's cold. That must have been some sort of a tower. It resembles a crane, but it's difficult to be sure. A universal sign for a deadly hazard, but what can be deadly here? A giant chimney, but for what purpose? That is certainly an entry to a mine, and it's very dark inside. That mine is too dark to enter. I don't want to get hurt. A giant chimney, but for what purpose? These must be sleeping barracks. An old rusty canister. It appears full. It smells like some type of fossil fuel. Those buildings are warped. Only intensive heat can warp a building like that. Wow, an archaic power generator. It doesn't work. Those buildings are... Smoke is still coming out of them. A giant chimney, but for what purpose? Smoke is still coming out of those ruins. I wonder what's burning. Destroyed railroad. These must be... a destroyed petroleum tank? That metal fence seems to be surrounding the entire compound, or whatever's left of it. I bet those cables will come in handy. These must be sleeping barracks. That must have been some... A destroyed... That looks like an ancient locomotive. I didn't know they were still in use.
I think I've got this right this time.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. plastic funnel. Yes! Got it. I think I was able to turn the lights on in that mine. It's really cold. Maybe I can find some shelter there. That looks like a control box. My word, it's a passage into the mine. I suppose it's a little late to say, "Open sesame." A rusty elevator. I must be going down into the mine. I'm not sure if I want to go down that way.
It must control that rusty elevator.
Is falling apart.
I know I had the weirdest dreams last night, but I cannot remember a thing now. I really like those cool swings. I wonder if she ever uses them. Oh, what a wonderful pool. Oh, what a wonderful pool. Hey, I played with rubber ducks too, but that was years ago. Oh, what a wonderful pool.
Hello, Ms. Vanderbilt. Do you have some time for me?
Certainly.
Do you know if Mr. Bogdanov was involved in other ventures?
My goodness. You act as if I had an affair with the man.
I just want to know if you heard him speak about any other businesses.
No, I did not. And I wasn't interested.
Can you tell me any specifics about your treatment at the rehab?
All I can tell you is they took very good care of me, as expected.
In what ways did they take care of you?
Well, when I arrived there, I was a wreck. I really didn't know what end was up.
You felt that bad, huh?
I was addicted, all because of that bastard Bogdanov.
He got you addicted?
Well, let's just say he was to blame for introducing that non-certified device to me.
Then what happened?
When I told him I wanted to keep it a little longer, he said sure, for a price.
So, he started renting the device to you. Was there any agreement about a free trial period?
Yes, we made a verbal agreement for a free trial period. The first week. Then he introduced a weekly rental price, which doubled every week after that. But I didn't care. I had to have it.
Can you tell me what you experienced while using the device?
You know, it was a virtual reality device, but I really cannot recall much. I prefer to forget that experience altogether.
Was it painful? Is that why you prefer to forget it?
No, I don't recall any pain, but it was just so intense.
Intense? In what way?
I remember that the experiences I had were completely realistic. I hadn't seen a virtual reality device like that before.
And what did you experience?
My favorite program was the sexual encounter routine. It was the most tantalizing experience I've ever encountered.
Was it that realistic?
It was beyond realism.
How come?
Because I've yet to experience an emotion so overpowering.
I thought you did not remember much from your experiences.
I do not remember the details, but I do remember the intense emotional pleasure that I received. The bad thing was, whenever the routine ended, I was ready for more and more. Then I became addicted.
Didn't you see the irrationality of paying so much money for this kind of a device?
The device had such a grip on me. I just couldn't let go with it.
Why?
Because I've yet to experience any feeling so overpowering.
Can you describe me the device, please?
I'm not sure if I can.
Do not worry. The GPSN suspect modeling software can be used for device descriptions.
Well, I would have thought you would have seen one of these devices. Why do you need a description from me?
For safety reasons, we are not granted access yet. Nobody knows how these devices actually work, so nobody is allowed near them until qualified personnel finish their observations.
I see. I'll try to do my best then.
Thank you. PA, establish link to Lena Vanderbilt's PA for the parallel usage of the suspect modeling software, device description function. Thanks so much for all your help, Ms. Vanderbilt. I think I have everything I need for my investigation. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I must be one of the few people who knows what this deadly device looks like now. Could this thing be responsible for other deaths?
I think it's time to report my findings to Chief Morrison. I have some important facts to discuss, Chief. Lena Vanderbilt told me that she had received excellent treatment at the rehab center. Evidently, her treatment was for an addiction she developed to a device that Bogdanov had introduced to her. Apparently, Bogdanov gave this device to her on a trial basis at first. However, after the first week, he started renting it at outrageous rates. Apparently, Lena Vanderbilt told me the device that she had become addicted to was a virtual reality device. She said that the experiences she had while using this device were completely realistic, and that she hadn't seen a virtual reality device like that before. Apparently, she vividly remembers the intense emotional pleasure that she received while using one of the device's programs. She claims that whenever this routine ended, she was ready for more and more, and that's how she became addicted.
I have never seen or heard of a device with such a powerful influence on a person's emotions.
Neither have I, Chief.
Keep up the good work, Phoenix. Let's get to the bottom of this as soon as possible.
My sentiments exactly.
I only have a little time. Continue.
Dr. Gazella Nemeth told me that the task force did not detect any sign of even a minor blow to Spencer's head, and their scans revealed no sign of exposure to any harmful high-frequency waves.
Then what caused the man's death?
Well, they're pretty sure that there was some sort of an external manipulation to Spencer's brain. Evidently, a neuroengineer from the NC Research Triangle is on his way to help them identify the link between the device and Spencer's hemorrhage.
It's very strange that this medical task force doesn't have access to the device that caused all this. But I suppose it's only natural that our headquarters would want this deadly device to be examined by experienced engineers.
There's another strange detail that Dr. Nemeth revealed to me. Apparently, Spencer had ejaculated within seconds of the hemorrhage.
Ejaculated? I don't know what to make of that.
Neither do I, Chief. Lena Vanderbilt didn't know that Bogdanov had been murdered, since she was just recently discharged from the rehab center. She didn't seem to be upset about Bogdanov's death at all. As a matter of fact, there was a bitterness in her voice when she spoke of Bogdanov.
Is this really relevant to the case?
I'm not sure, but I certainly don't want to miss out on anything. Chief, I would like to have a questioning warrant for Roger Arnett, Bogdanov's image maker.
Is that right? Could you tell me why?
Arnett's ideas about debts and duties to our society are very disturbing. I would like to question him to see whether he has a tendency to violate our Constitution.
A tendency? Did I hear you right?
Yes, Chief?
First of all, you know very well that we do not act on tendencies in our line of work. We act on proof and evidence. Secondly, Mr. Arnett is a senior member of WEMA and out of our reach. And thirdly, can you tell me the relevance of this to our case?
Maybe Mr. Arnett was a part of a conspiracy in order to...
Spare me your far-fetched theories, Phoenix. Your request is denied. What's wrong with you? You need to focus better to the Bogdanov case.
Yes, Chief Morrison. I have nothing further to mention at this time. I don't need to. I don't need to. I don't need to use. I don't need.
What should I wear? It's closed.
Harold, I would like to look for this item in the footage.
Okay, let's try.
This software's like magic.
Yes, there it is. It is in pieces, but it's there.
Wow. Thanks, Harold.
Anytime, Phoenix.
I think it's time to report my findings to Chief Morrison.
I have some important facts to discuss, Chief. I have proof that there was a virtual reality device in Perez's plane when it crashed. The same device that Lena Vanderbilt was using.
You must be joking. How do you know?
I took the sketch that I obtained from Lena Vanderbilt to the monitoring room, and a remarkable software helped me to locate the pieces of the device at Perez's crash site.
Very hard to believe. I think I need to report this to our chief executive immediately. Where is this proof again?
You can obtain it from Harold in the monitoring room.
One of Beverly's young engineers, right?
Yes, Chief. Chief, I would like to have a questioning warrant for Mr. Mikhailov.
Mikhailov? Could you tell me why?
He knows no manners whatsoever. He thought I was making a pass at him. There's something very slimy about that man, Chief.
He is a foreigner, Phoenix. You've never been abroad, so you're not used to their alien manners. Sometimes foreign men can be quite obnoxious while approaching women. Remember, if you go to Russia one day, some of your manners could be repulsive or even offensive to them.
Offensive? Really? I didn't know that.
It's a fact. Your request is denied. Phoenix, Julio did a thorough background check on Mr. Mikhailov, and unfortunately there are some dark issues about this man. I want you to find him and have a serious talk with him.
Understood, Chief.
I know where to find Mikhailov in the evening.
I have a few more questions for you, Mr. Mikhailov.
Certainly.
Where were you on April 7th?
I was in Russia.
So when did you arrive to the Union?
I arrived on the 8th, in the afternoon.
Did you like Vasily Bogdanov?
Of course I did. He was my childhood friend.
Were you in contact with Mr. Bogdanov when he was in Odessa?
Certainly not. I didn't know he was in Russia.
Is that right? I'm pretty sure he would have mentioned his plans about visiting Russia. You are childhood friends, after all. I'm sure he would have wanted to visit you, just like you visit him.
No? Really? I had no idea.
Did you have a business relationship with Mr. Bogdanov?
No, I didn't. I can't believe you are accusing me like this. I had no reason to harm him.
I don't remember mentioning anything about harm. But now that you mention it, how can you convince me that you really wouldn't harm him?
I was his brother-in-law, for Christ's sake.
You're what?
His brother-in-law.
Wait, let me think. I'm not used to this biological family lingo. Are you Larissa Lukin's brother?
Yes, I am.
This is incredible.
Officer, I need to leave now. I have to catch a meeting.
You do? All right, but do not leave town for the time being. I'm sure I will need to ask you further questions.
Okay, I won't.
I know it's late, but I need to report my findings to Chief Morrison.
You better have a good reason for bringing me here this late.
Ilya Mikhailov confessed to me that he is actually Bogdanov's brother-in-law and Larissa Lukin's biological brother.
Lukin's bio-brother? No kidding. Has Larissa mentioned anything to you before about having a biological brother?
No, absolutely not.
In that case, you should pay a visit to Ms. Lukin first thing in the morning.
I totally agree.
I only have a little time. Continue.
Ilya Mikhailov told me that he arrived in the Union the day after Bogdanov was murdered. I already verified this through our records. Apparently, he was in Russia the day Bogdanov died.
What a coincidence. But it doesn't mean anything.
No, not yet. Chief, I would like to have a questioning warrant for Mikhailov.
Why?
Mikhailov was an in-law, as they call them in the rogue states, with Bogdanov. And I believe he was trying to hide his relationship with Bogdanov from me. But it slipped from his mouth when I implied that he might be linked to the murder.
I bet you intimidated him, and he just got defensive. What's the big deal if they're former in-laws?
We know Bogdanov was a Gambino accountant and came to the Union with lots of money. Maybe Mikhailov is Bogdanov's new business partner in Russia. And how about those illegal devices that Bogdanov was renting? Maybe they were in this illegal rental business together.
You've got too many maybes there, Phoenix. Your request is denied. You need more evidence to support your claims. And your train of thought is not complete. You have bits and pieces, but not the whole story.
I understand, Chief. You're right. I have nothing further to mention at this time.
I better pay a visit to Larissa first. She's been hiding stuff from me.
Hello, Larissa.
Oh, hi, Phoenix. You look upset, dear. Sit down.
Thank you. How are you today?
Oh, I am better. Did something happen?
Yes, it certainly did.
What? Tell me.
You have been keeping information from me. Again.
No, I did not.
Who is Ilya Mikhailov?
Ilya. Oh my.
Tell me, Larissa, before I take you into custody for violating Article 7.
He is my bio-relative.
Exactly what relation?
My bio-brother from Russia.
So you lied to me about your bio-relations.
It shouldn't have mattered.
Do you know what your bio-brother is doing in Adrianopolis?
Phoenix, believe me, I had no idea. What could he be doing here?
Actually, he is here for business. And lately, he was meeting Mr. Bogdanov quite often.
That is impossible.
Why do you think it was impossible for them to see each other?
You see, oh my, Phoenix,
Why, Larissa? It is very important.
they used to work together.
You mean your biological brother was also a Gambino?
I am afraid that is correct.
Your bio-brother and your former nuptial partner were business partners?
We all grew up together, supported each other through tough childhood. We had no choice about what to become.
This is exactly why there is an Article 7, and all children get trained and raised by qualified professionals. I hope you see better now that the archaic family structure is unfair on children.
Yes, I knew it all along in my heart. I can see it very clearly now.
Is your brother still linked with the Gambinos?
To my knowledge, yes. He was still with the family when we left.
So you basically abandoned your biological brother in order to immigrate?
I had to. We had to. Ilya was too close to the top.
Larissa, you've lied to me more than once, and there will be consequences for it.
I know, Phoenix.
Following the conclusion of this case, I will recommend that you receive psychiatric treatment at the rehab center. So disappointed with her lies. On the other hand, our union seems to be infested by criminals from rogue states. That's hard to even imagine. I think it's time to report my findings to Chief Morrison.
I have some important facts to discuss, Chief. Chief, Larissa Lukin revealed to me that Mikhailov was also a Gambino.
What? Another Gambino? What did she say exactly?
Larissa claims that her biological brother is possibly still linked with the Gambinos, and furthermore, he may still be very close to the top.
A top Gambino member in the World Union? I can't believe it. However, we have to take into consideration that Ms. Lukin is not what we'd consider a reliable source, is she now?
You've got a point there, Chief. Chief, I would like to have a questioning warrant for Larissa Lucan.
For what reason?
Because she's been repeatedly lying to me. First about her nuptial agreement with Bogdanov, and later about Mikhailov. She's been constantly lying and hiding something from me. And I think it's about time we seriously question her.
Phoenix, I understand you very well. However, you need to understand that this woman is probably acting in fear. From what you've been telling me about her, it's quite apparent that she's very much frightened by the Gambino crime family.
But Chief, I'm not a Gambino criminal. Why is she lying to me?
That's exactly my point. She doesn't know if you're a Gambino criminal or not. She is a recent immigrant from Russia, and in her former country, nobody can exactly tell who is a criminal and who is not.
That's right. I once attended a global racketeering seminar, and there was a session about how deep the criminal organizations have penetrated the rogue state security forces.
Yes. In Larissa's mind, you may be one of the bad people. Bringing her in here and intimidating her will only worsen things. Your request is denied.
I have nothing further to mention at this time.
I wonder what this is about. We'll see.
Phoenix, I'm proud to tell you that Julio has successfully solved the Bogdanov case.
He did?
Yes, he did. He came to me requesting a questioning warrant for Ilya Mikhailov, and I granted it to him. He successfully questioned Mr. Mikhailov, revealing that Mr. Bogdanov was murdered by a Gambino hitman.
Oh, really?
Yes. I congratulated Julio for piecing together all the evidence in your reports. Now he's going to Russia to apprehend the murderer with the help of our Russian counterparts.
I see.
I also promoted Julio to a senior, and from now on, he will be the lead investigating officer, and you will be helping him to dig up information.
I understand, Chief.
Good. Julio, good luck to you in Russia.
We won't let you down, Chief.